The newest ESPN mock draft is out, and they're predicting that the Broncos are going to get a stud in this draft. This is your Denver Sports Daily for February 12th.
The biggest stories, the latest news. It's Denver Sports Daily.
The 2025 NFL Draft is approaching quickly, and things are already heating up. Some analysts are predicting the Broncos will go for a tight end, but some think they're going in the running back direction. Now, Field Yates of ESPN released his newest mock draft yesterday, and he has the Broncos taking Ashton Jeanty of Boise State with the 20th pick. He said, "It was hard to go 19 picks without Jeanty coming off the board. He's one of my highest ranked prospects in the class, but he also plays the deepest position in this draft, and one of which many teams philosophically are not inclined to use a premium pick." That's what Yates wrote. Now, obviously, a running back is a must for the Broncos. If Jeanty is on the board at 20, the Broncos would be crazy not to take him. Now, that brings up the conversation, what if Jeanty and Tyler Warren, the tight end out of Penn State, are still on the board? Both of them. At that point, the Broncos can't make a bad decision unless they do something crazy and draft something that they don't need. Unless they go out of their way to go away from those two picks and totally switch what everybody thought they were going to do. If Jeanty and Warren are on the board, honestly, a coin toss. It is. But Jeanty is incredible. That's not that hasn't been. I mean, this guy's incredible. He led college football in rushing, recording 2,601 yards and 29 touchdowns just on the ground in this last season. And in that last season, he also added 43 receptions for 569 yards and 5 touchdowns. He's perfect. He's incredible. He would be a great fit in this offense. And either way the Broncos go, a tight end or a running back, all that's going to do is open up the playbook for Sean Payton. Because like I've said, this playbook was small. And again, part of that's coming with a rookie quarterback, and that playbook opened up towards the end of the season. You saw it. Jeanty would open the playbook up in a totally different way. They would use their running back in a different way than they have in the past several seasons. But same thing goes for a tight end. If you get a tight end, that opens up the playbook for Sean Payton and the options for Bo Nix. If Bo Nix is able to hit a tight end right there in the flat or a little curl route right in the middle of the field, that's going to lead to much more of an efficient offense. So either way the Broncos go, they're going to make a good decision. If both of those players are on the board, then if both of those players are on the board, then next year is going to be a success. I promise that. Because with those players, a rookie running back or a rookie tight end, it's going to be incredible. It's going to give Bo Nix so many more options and so many more abilities to attack. It's going to be great. Now, the draft is coming up quick. It'll start on Thursday, April 26th. That's only about 2.5 months away. It always comes up so much faster than it seems. I mean, the Super Bowl just happened, and now we're already talking draft. It's exciting. It's the best time of year. It really is, because the Broncos finally have their guy at quarterback. So now they can start looking at what players do we want to get that aren't a quarterback. What players do we want to get that are fun pieces to add around Bo Nix? It's a great place to be for the Broncos right now. Now, moving on, it is a Nuggets game day tonight. The Nuggets are taking on the Portland Trail Blazers in their second matchup of their mini series and third matchup of the season. Now, the Nuggets are hot right now. They've won their last 7 games, including the last matchup against the Blazers, where they won 146-117. Just incredible. They've been playing their best basketball this season. Now, in that game on Monday, Jokic put up 40 points to go along with Christian Brown's 26 points, which just easily took care of the Blazers. Now, Christian Brown, he shot incredible in that game. He was 12 for 14. What more can he ask for the guy? He stepped up in a major way. In my eyes, he's got an incredible case for most improved player this season. Now, the Nuggets are in the 3rd seed right now in the West, but a win today could close that gap between them and the Houston Rockets. The Rockets are just right above the Nuggets. And if the Nuggets can get into that 2nd seed, then all they got to do is worry about the OKC Thunder. And they can definitely close that gap too as the season starts to, come towards the end. Now, tonight's game will tip off at 7 p.m. and the Nuggets are headed into it as 12-point favorites. It should be a blowout, just like Monday was. The Blazers are not a good team. The Nuggets are obviously as hot as they can be. They're winning their games. They're on a 7-game win streak. And if they can extend that tonight, the book's open. The book's open. If Nikola Jokic could play the basketball that he's been playing all season and all career, this shouldn't be another very easy game. Now, moving on, Shedeur Sanders is not worried about being the first overall pick. Yesterday, I spoke on Shedeur Sanders falling to the 4th in the betting odds to be drafted first, and it seems that he does not care about the odds. He said, "Why would I be mad?" Sanders said when he was asked about not going first. "These are good problems to have. You could be in a way worse situation. Being number one doesn't really matter to me. It's all about fit." What a class response from him, honestly. And not only does that show maturity to me, it shows maturity to coaches. He doesn't care about being first. And obviously, there may be a little bit of that still down in there. Everybody, if they're in the if they're in the conversation to be drafted first overall, you want to be drafted first overall. But a response like that really just shows that he cares more about winning and being on the right team rather than going and being first and having to go to a team like the Tennessee Titans. Now, Sanders has been heavily linked to the New York Giants, who have the 3rd overall pick, while Cam Ward has been in talks to go first overall to the Tennessee Titans. Either way, Sanders has got something. I know a lot of people don't think that he's going to have that NFL ability or be able to transition from college to pro football. I believe he does. He does. He's got that it factor. And you know it when you see it. He's cool, calm, collected under pressure. He can hit. He's great. He's going to be good on any team he goes to. Now, if he goes to the New York Giants, he's going to have Malik Neighbors there, and that'll be a great duo. That'll be a really great duo. And the New York Giants could be good next season with Shedeur Sanders at the helm. Now, that is going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I do want to read some of your comments. Good morning, Joey. I just don't see him going at 20, at most 12. Yeah, I know. It's a stretch. Jeanty is incredible. Obviously, he was breaking records. He was playing the best football out there. If Travis Hunter wasn't playing last season, Ashton Jeanty would have been the runaway favorite for Heisman. He was for most of the year. So for him to be falling to 12 or 20 in the draft, it's rough. It's not looking great. But if he's there, which there's a possibility of, you got to take him or Tyler Warren. That's the thing. If neither of those players are available, then you got to pivot hard. But there is a good chance that one of those two players could be on the board at 20 for the Broncos to take. So I really hope that he's there. I really hope. Speaking of, I really hope so. Yeah, no, how big of a pickup would that be? It would be gigantic. It would just open the playbook up for Sean Payton in a major, major way. If you get a solid wide receiver or a solid running back and a solid tight end, this team is going to be unstoppable. They really are unstoppable. Now that's going to do it for your Denver Sports Daily. I'll be back with you guys again tomorrow, recapping hopefully a Nuggets win. Should be a blowout tonight, and talking more about the draft. You know how it is. But until then, y'all have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys all later. Bye, y'all.